Greetings, Glitter Gang, and happy Thursday. It's 3 o'clock on Thursday, November 10th. You're here for part 2 of Kathryn Scraps Live. My name's Kathryn, and today I am crafting live from the Halloween Coffin album. We just finished matting the fronts of the pages for the second of the 2 large 4 Coffin spreads. So now all we need to do is we need to pick 4 patterns of paper to go on the inside. And I want to stick in the oranges and purples. I know we can use this one. We use it on the front. So we're going to look for stuff that's going to go with that one specifically. And these will be for our interior pages. Because they get mostly covered up, we're going to try and stick to kind of the more background wallpaper type patterns versus you Miss Marcel. You're just about to say you're surprised we're an hour into class and he hasn't come to help yet. I know, it's weird. I thought he would be here and he's not. So I asked everyone in the break in between recordings what they're trying for Thanksgiving, what new stuff, anything interesting, recipes, that sort of thing. So Geneva is making pumpkin bars for an outdoor movie night that get together on the Saturday, which that sounds yummy. Melanie bought a turkey breast and squeezed it into the freezer and wants to get a pecan pie for hubby and stuffing mix. A restaurant near us was voted in the top 10 best Thanksgiving brunches. So one thing we've been talking about is maybe just going and getting Thanksgiving brunch from this restaurant, and then the 4 of us, and then not having to do anything. Now we have the Raven. I might try to think of a way to fit that in. And here's what I'm thinking with the Raven. Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. What if we cut this in half and used it to split probably this one and put that in the middle, and then we did this one on one side and this one on the other side. Okay. And if you're like, what are your words? All right, I understand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear this in half, and then I'm going to tear it one more time on this side, and I'm probably going to have to use tweezers. Okay, and I'm just gonna, some of these areas that are really large, I'm gonna tear off. Okay, so we've got these 2 pieces, okay? Then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut this in half. So, and I don't have a complete piece of this, so that's why we're doing this. So I think we can stretch. So I have 10.5 inches left, so I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. All right. So I have this bit and this bit. And then what I'm going to do is, actually, I just realized I didn't need to tear this edge because I'm going to cut it off probably anyway. I'm going to actually tear this edge and then stick that on top of that and then cut the coffin so it's part musical notes, part wallpaper, and these will be in the center. So I'm just going to there we go. All right. Okay. And then I'm just gonna take a line of tape and run it on the top here. Okay. And then I'm going to just lay this over it like so. Okay. Of course, we're going to want to ink this edge first. Just get some lighter and some darker. Gray, some different shades of gray. Okay. And then that's going to look like that. And then we'll cut our coffin out of it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I don't have to ink the other side because the other side's probably not going to make it onto the page. Alrighty. Just peel this tape, stick them together. And burnish. And then if you have an area where it's poking up quite a bit, like I do right here at the top, you can just stick the nozzle of your glue just kind of underneath it and put some glue in there to stick it down. And by the way, if you see it, if it looks like I wipe all this glue onto my clothes, I have a crafting apron that I wipe the glue onto. So that apron is gross. I do wash it periodically, but it can't really get saved. All right, so this is what it's going to look like. Actually, quite cool looking, I think. So let's go ahead and just go with that. Oops, I'm not far enough over. Well, I think it's close. It's close enough that I think once I cut it, trim it down, it'll be okay. But do pay attention to that. Make sure you get your corners exactly right. And then I'm going to go ahead and just cut this out. And it's a little hard to see in some spots, so okay. And remember, I'm coming an 1/8 of an inch in because I'm using the template I used to cut my coffins themselves, and so I want to be 1/8 of an inch in. To have a mat, have a border all the way around. All right, so this one is hard to see, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line it up with a line on my desk, and then I can put my ruler over it. And I'll do that down on this side as well, but I've got to cut this bit first. All right, so yeah, maybe Marcel's just taking a nap. I don't know. All right, so here it is. Here's our musical coffin. All right, so now that turned out pretty beautifully. What we can do is we're gonna just repeat that on the other side, and again, we have the raven, so we're gonna keep that theme. So we're just gonna tear the edge, all right? And then I'm gonna come in and remove some of this white. We don't need this much white. Of course. This makes it look, you know, older, more vintage. It's gonna tie in more with the front of the piece itself, the front of this page. So when we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go in and we're gonna stick this here. But first, we're gonna take our black ink pad and rub it on this edge to get some darker black spots, almost kind of burnt. This is the copy of this music that was in the House of Usher. But I think one reason you aren't seeing Marcel today is because he was had to be in his room for a bit today. He had to be put on in solitary. And that's because Liz had to make an important conference call from my office from 10 to noon. And because he just loves the office so much, he was just making that very, very difficult to do. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually flip this paper so that the flowers are going up one side and down the other, just for something different. And so he hasn't been able to roam the house, say hi to everyone, go outside, all of that. So I think he's, you know, got to be, he already took a tour at the catnip station. He played with the Smarty cat. And then he came and ran in the office and he was totally wet. So that meant he'd been outside rolling around in puddles or who knows what. So he's been having to make up for lost time for sure. Because normally, if I just look like I might be walking up the stairs to the office, he's like, whoom. He's like, oh, is it office time? Are we going to the office? Is it time to party in the office? Yeah, he's having a... Kitty's been majorly messing with us. She went on a hunger strike. We think it was because she, it was just so stressful in the house. Plus we all left. For a while, so she felt kind of abandoned by everybody, and then when we got back we were all super stressed out. So Kitty went on a hunger strike, and you know, that was a problem because since Kitty's obese, she's at risk whenever she rapidly loses weight for some cat liver failure, because I guess cats are not designed to metabolize a lot of fat, and so you know, it can really harm their liver if they lose a ton of weight. And she lost 4 ounces in 2 days. 4 ounces is her max weight she's supposed to lose per week. So we all had to be, oh, so super nice to Kitty, and everyone had to cater to Kitty's every whim. And when Kitty asked for a food, we all got it. And then if she didn't want it, we got her a different food, and blah, blah, blah. And then finally, I was like, she's just messing with us. She's just messing with us. All right, so I want to make sure that the Raven is on here. So I'm going to keep this one more to the musical side and less to the wallpaper side. More to the musical side and less to the wallpaper side. So for the cover, I'm really excited because I mean, the cover will also be shaped like a coffin. So I think that's going to be so fun to decorate. So I'm definitely interested. The decorating phase, after the kind of matting phase, I am really looking forward to. But, yeah. I was a witch for Halloween last year. I was the Wicked Witch of the East, which is the one that gets the house dropped on her in the movie. So that's what I was. So, and all you see of her in the movie The Wizard of Oz is her socks and the ruby slippers, but I did make my own ruby slippers last year. All right. So let's cut this coffin out. That was a fun costume, but I was a little disheartened by the number of people that asked me who I was. Because I really thought with the ruby slippers and the striped socks, it would be obvious. And it just made me feel old. So. But I guess she's not really in the movie that much, so, you know. So with this one, what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm just going to cut it so that I know where that edge is. Because it's just hard to see even with the pen. Yeah, he dressed as something really scary, Santa Claus. There is going to be a scary Santa Claus movie coming out. My sister and I saw a trailer for it where I guess some criminals are holding some people hostage on Christmas Eve in their house because they have a panic room with like $3 million in it or something like that. And then Santa comes, like actual Santa comes to deliver presents, and those guys are on the naughty list. So he he deals with them for the family, is what it looks like the movie is. So that's coming out. I forget what it's called, but apparently Santa is anti-kidnapping, if you were wondering. All right, so that'll be our centerpiece. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, very cool. All right. So we'll tape, ink, stick it down. And then the other two sides will have just the background papers. But one thing I do still really like about this album design specifically is that this album design does have still 4x6 photos. You don't have to crop your photos into, you know, too many strange shapes. Okay, so that's coffin number 1, coffin number 2. Then we'll get these stuck down, and then it'll be a lot easier to do the other two because we can just do it on the back. And then it'll go faster. Yeah, so I still don't know what we're doing for Thanksgiving or Christmas for that matter, because I think the plan was that everyone was going to come down here for Christmas, but I think it's all just going to depend on what's going on with my brother. The way things are going, it seems like he'll be out of the hospital by Christmas. Not sure about Thanksgiving, but you know, I don't think anyone wants to travel on Thanksgiving anyway. We all just saw each other also, so I think we're all just going to stay put for Thanksgiving. And I thought I'd cut this with scissors, but I'm not sure that's faster than using my knife. Okay, so after we've got this down, then we need to pick what we want to use for the photo features. So we have those two areas on this layout where we can feature two elements from the collection. And that, let me get these burnished and stuck down and inked and all that, and then I'll show you in the book what I'm talking about, although if you've been following the series then you know. So, but yeah, we need to pick what we want to be our photo features. And I'm removing the tape before inking, Oops. At least I remembered before sticking it down. So there's that. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to stick this in the book. All right, so we're going to have this callback to the front by placing the raven here. Okay, I'm going to burnish. And then this one I'll remember to ink. All right. Oh, I'm so excited for decorating. Okay, so that's going to go there. And then we'll cut the other two. And those are easier because we can just cut them down to 8.5 by 11 and then just cut them. Okay. All right, so with the other two pieces of pattern paper, these two, okay, all we have to do is cut them down to 8.5 by 11 and then trace this on the back, and then it's easy. So I'm going to go cut those down to 8.5 by 11 and then we'll go from there. That's one. And two. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I think I'll put them like so. But anyway, all right. So with these, it's a little bit easier to cut them because we don't have to try to like pick, you know, what we're trying to do. We just have to stick this down, trace, and then trim. So is this the right size? Yeah, so this is the finished size. Okay, so which edge do I like better is this. So I want to make sure that I'm lined up. Well, I was talking earlier, Anne, about how what I really like is how these papers that Kathy included in this collection as the background papers do have a wallpaper or like chair, vintage chair cover vibe. so that they do kind of look, you know, very much like they're just part of the house, you know. So I totally agree with you on the velvet wallpaper. That it totally reminds me of wallpaper as well. And because this template is the same size as the finished piece, that's why I'm just kind of taped it down, and now I'm going around the outside. Okay. And then I can just peel this up. And I've got coffin number 1. Beautiful. Love that purple flare there at the bottom. And so for this one, we just have to decide, do we want this edge more or this edge more? And I think this edge more. So I'm going to make sure that my coffin is lined up. And I'm going to try and line up with the top. There we go. All right. All right. And when I line my ruler up, I want to just make sure I see. Oh, there's a Cheeto burrito. Hello, buddy. Hi. You here to say hi to all your friends? Aw. Are you purring for all your friend babies? Yeah. Look, your little Marcel friend is here. Yeah. Aw. Giving you purr rumbles. Look at how gigantic Marcel is. He's such a big boy. He's almost 8 pounds. He was so tiny not that long ago. Look at his thighs. Look at him. What a strong boy. What a strong boy. Aw. Hi, are you sleepy? Are you sleepy? He's sleepy. He's a sleepy baby. Hi. Thank you. Aww. Aww. You're so tired. I can tell you're so tired, huh? Huh. Yeah. You want to climb up? Okay. No? Too much effort. Too much effort right now. Yeah. Oh. He's trying to climb on my shoulder, but he's too tired. He's too sleepy. He's too sleepy. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Aww. Well. Are you gonna just rest here, buddy? Just gonna rest here, huh? Right in the middle of the desk. Yeah. Aww. What a sweet little sleepy guy. Okay, Marcel. Everyone's happy to see you, but you're definitely impinging on the Coffin project, yeah? Did you know that? Do you care? No? I don't think he cares. Here, would you like to make a statement for the camera, Marcel? Tell the people what you think. Okay. All right. What if I give you that? No. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can get someone to come collect Marcel. Okay. I think someone's going to come get you, buddy, so you can give them snuggles, okay? All right, so while he's doing his thing, what I'm going to do is let me ink and tape this. Oh. So that we can at least be making some progress here. Oh, he's so cute. He's irresistible. Why are you the cutest kitten ever, Marcel? Why? Why? How did you get so cute? Huh? How did you get so cute? Boop. All right. Are you a handsome boy? Are you a handsome boy? Huh? Are you a handsome Marcelio? His markings are nice. I really like his little cheetah spots on his belly. Ugh. I like his little rocker snarl. He always has a little snarl on his right side from his scar over there. So he's always got a little rocker snarl going on. Hey, how's it going, buddy? You waking up? You waking up? Yeah? You doing wake-ups? Okay. He's going in the trash. His favorite place to be, the recycling bin, looking for treasures. Hi. You got in there. Are you too sleepy? Too sleepy to find a paper? It does. It proves you can be successful even if you were born in a dumpster. It's true. It's true. Marcel's living the dream. The importance of adoption. He's so funny because he's so tired, but he's trying to play so hard, but he's just so tired. He can't do it. But yeah, he's in the trash. Well, he's in the recycling. He doesn't like the trash. There's nothing cool in the trash, but in the recycling, there's all kinds of good stuff. Oh, yes. Beautiful. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You get something? What? You want this one? You want this one? You don't want this is not exciting, huh? That's not, no. You don't want a piece of tape. He's like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do want tape. I love tape. Okay. Yes, because it feels like when you watch when you craft and watch a live show, it's like crafting with your buddies. It's like being at a crop from the before times. Okay. Now we're just going to finish this coffin. Marcel, I think, is leaving because he just can't with me right now. He's too sleepy. He's too sleepy to be up here. That's funny though. Okay. Alrighty, so just gonna burnish all the tape. Whew, it's getting hot in here. Hot in here. It's November and it's still hot in the office. Okie dokie. All right, so now all we have to do is hold on, I have to tell everyone that I no longer have a sleepy kitty in my office that they can come collect. Okay. All right, so ink and then matte. And then we will be having another show tonight. So I will be back here at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time, which is about 5 hours from now. So whatever time it is where you are now, 5 hours from now is when I shall return. And what we will do is we'll get the magnets and the metal pieces and the photos stuck down and all of that. And then pick our, our pages we want to highlight and that sort of thing. All right, so now we just have to decide if we think it looks better like this. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Look at it. Look at it. Or if it looks better like this. So I think this is better, so I'm going to go with this. I appreciate not blowing away. I think 2 hurricanes in 2 months is enough hurricanes. So, my sister and I were talking about how, I was feeling really good in June and July, and then in July I got COVID, and then we had the first hurricane, and then all this stuff with my poor brother and everything he's going through, and then now another hurricane today, and I was like, and yet I didn't win Powerball. You would think I'd stacked up enough bad luck that I could have at least gotten $50, but no. I did not. I did not. So, and Stormy, that was right after, Stormy was in between COVID and the hurricane. It's just, I told my sister, I said, I feel like it's just catastrophe after catastrophe. So, he is still in the hospital, but he is no longer in the ICU. And they think he may be reaching a stage where he will not need dialysis, where his own kidneys will be recovered enough from their shock and their injury that they can deal with the pancreatitis on their own without assistance from dialysis. So that would be great, because dialysis, compared to the compared to kidneys, dialysis is kind of inefficient. So it takes like a really long time for them to do, you know, what the kidneys can do in a much shorter amount of time. But, you know, when your kidneys aren't working, your kidneys aren't working. Yeah, so. But yeah, let's see. So he's improving here, there, everywhere. Just a little bit here and there. You know, it could be. Oh, he just texted me that he is no longer considered to have pancreatitis. And that his internal bleeding from his spleen has stopped, and that his kidneys are now considered functional, and the dialysis catheter can be removed. His heart rate has stabilized, and they're removing his EKG. They're going to drain his abdomen one more time and remove him from opiate painkillers to normal painkillers. And maybe he can go home next week. So that's big. So that happened just during the show. So that's good. Oh my gosh. Oh, this has just been such a nightmare. It sounds like it may finally be over. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's almost like hard to believe because anytime we had anything that sounded like good news, and then there would be this terrible setback that happened right after it, like in the beginning, because like they moved him out of the ICU and we were like, oh, that's good news. But then he completely crashed after like 2 days in the regular hospital and had to go back to the ICU. So it was like, we went through this period where it just never sounded like, anytime we got good news, just horrible things would happen after that. And so we just stopped getting excited about good news, you know. So even yesterday when they said that his kidneys were doing better, I was like, we'll just see. Because, you know, I don't trust any of these organs anymore. Hey, buddy, did you hear that? Your Uncle Scott is feeling better. Yeesh, yeesh, yeesh. Yeesh, yeesh. He wasn't in an accident. No. He had pancreatitis. Oh my gosh, Geneva. Yeah, sometimes life just throws it all at you at once. It just throws it all at you at once. Hi, sweetie. Hi, would you like to make a comment to your friends? No, you don't. He doesn't want to. Look at his little wet footprints. He's just been out rolling around in the rain. And then he brings it into my desk. No, he got pancreatitis, and which is a disease I didn't know really much about before he got it. And it's a horrible nightmare is all I can say. I've never seen anything like it ever. It's nasty, just nasty. Oh, what? Okay, so anyway, so that all sounds so great. So that's wonderful. So I'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. And he also had COVID at the same time, as well, which of course meant he had to be in isolation, and that impacted his ability to have visitors in the hospital and things like that. So anyway, so that just complicated everything. And he didn't mention about the COVID, but I'm sure the COVID just kind of cleared up with all of the treatments he's been having for everything else. So anyways, great news there. Thank goodness for all of that. I'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time. Yeah, I did not, I did not peel tape from this corner. So let me just get in here. Okay, so this is what we've accomplished so far. So when I come back tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to make the inside of this look like the inside of this other layout. So we're going to add like the little photos, and we're going to add our photo mats and all of that. So I'll be back. Hey, so I'll be back tonight. Possibly with Marcel, and we'll add all the photo mats to the inside of this. He's climbing my sound curtain now. This is his new thing that he loves to do, is try to climb my the curtain I use to block sound from vibrating the windows. So there's less of an echo in here. He just climbs all the way to the top like a maniac. So, okay. So I'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern USA time, which is 5 hours from now. So those of you who are watching live, that's when I'll be back. If you're overseas and you're headed to dinner and headed to bed, have a wonderful weekend. And did you hear him fall down? Did you hear him fall down? Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful evening. And I will see you next week. Check us out on the recordings for everyone else. I'll be back in 5 hours, and I'll see you tonight. Thanks so much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye now. Marcel. Bye.